Welcome back to Kelly Tech. Thanks for tuning in. Alright, so this is going to be the last one for the GameCube. And of course, it's the PicoBoot. I couldn't actually find the other one. There's a Xeon chip, and there's also a GameCube loader. And they're just so super pricey. This was 14 bucks, and it comes with everything. So, and I couldn't even get the real GameCube loader. I had to get like the bootleg one, you know. So it wasn't worth it. So bought the bullet. So here we got everything in the kit for 14 bucks. Let's see what we got. I haven't even looked at this yet. Alright. So here's it's SP2, I think it's called. SP2 Pro. But I like this one because it sticks out the side of the GameCube. That way you don't have to, you know, pull anything off to change the card. I thought that was pretty cool. This goes down in, and I believe, yeah, this just plugs into it. Sticks out the side. So, pretty cool. This is I think, in my opinion, this is the best adapter for the SD to SP2. I know what SD stands for, but I'm not sure SP stands for. I know port, serial port. Oh, it's probably serial port. So serial port 2. And came with, let's see. It's supposed to be everything you need. And of course, here is the Pico. This is what does all the magic, guys. This is a support to hold this up. So there's your bracket. That's really cool. Everybody was using tape and stickers there for a while. Nothing wrong with that. It's pretty neat though. This is for... Oh, this is actually a piece of tape. If you wanted to stick this to the board. This is for CPU, and I guess GPU, and that's cut that into 2, and you got your 2 RAM chips. So this is your thermal pads for your GameCube chips. So that is pretty cool. Looks like we got everything. Even got the wires here. They're a little long, but I'm not going to cut them. And here is a protective heat shrink tube. I don't know why they gave you such a big one, because it's not going to shrink down small enough, I don't think. But I think it's basically just to stop it from getting pinched when you put the case back together. So that's it. Everything that comes in the box, guys. So that is all you need. Oh, this thing has been a pain in the butt. It has been hard to deal with. And I've been we worked on this, the Game Boy player here, like a lot. And I haven't got to test it yet, so I'm pretty stoked after this PicoBoot installation. I can test it. So let's get that bottom off. Let's get the player off. Alright. Easy enough, right? One screw. This thing was hard to get off originally. Alright, let's see if we can get this apart. Nice and easy. Nothing like the first time. If you guys watched the earlier videos of the GameCube, it was crazy getting this thing back in working order. Alright, I'm gonna just go ahead and pull the ports off. And let's get our game bit. It's the larger one. What is it? 4.5. Let's get this thing apart. Yeah, definitely. So we'll pull these bad lads out, and hopefully that it'll just come right off easy. That would be super cool. I haven't really played it much since I've got it. Wish I had the time. All right. Think it'll fall off? I don't know. Oh, look at that. I can't believe that. Look at that. Nice. Nice. That just made my job a little easier. I don't even have to use those pads, but I am going to clean that up, though, with some alcohol. Probably should do it afterwards. That was nice. So last time it just fell off. That time I actually had to take it off myself. I recommend pulling from the right side like I did there. Like, all I did was I just, like, got my fingers underneath barely and then, you know, pinched in and it popped right up. So, not bad. Not bad at all. I heard somebody else say it. It's weird to see the IBM next to the ATI, and it kind of is. And then if you look even deeper, it's NEC. So it's kind of funny to see all three of those together. All right, we got to get in down to the nitty gritty now. So you got to download this diagram. I'll put the link down in the description below. And this is basically the diagram. Let's see if I can get it in here. Basically it right here. Just shows you where and what color. So hopefully I got the right kit, because there was a lot of kits. And yeah, it was kind of hard to figure out which one. All right, so I got this from AliExpress. I will leave the link in the description below for this kit. So first, I have to find which section of the board. Never done this before, guys, so pretty sure. Okay, on the front. And it is this section right here we'll be soldering onto. And this chip right here. The second leg to the left on this side. On the upper side, the third leg to the left. Okay. From the left. And then I have to ground these two together. There. And the pink and red there and there. Okay. It's not impossible. I'm not really great with soldering, but I'm going to give it a go. Because I want my Game Boy player. So the first one we need to worry about is on this chip right here. On the top, count over 3. 1, 2, 3. That third one is the one we're wanting. So, I don't know which angle I should go. Probably this way, right? Yeah, because the heat sink's got to go back over it. Okay, so first we're gonna tin this third leg there. All right, I got one in. Whew. This is kind of difficult. Looks like it's on there really nice though. So once again, let's hit it with some flux. And we're going to use the yellow wire. And this one's going to go 1, 2 over, I believe. Let's see. Yes. So on the second arm here is what we're looking for. Alright, so those are the two hard ones in my opinion. Let's do red. Oh, it's on there. Alright, so our next one will be pink, which isn't pink. I have green. So, and it goes let's see, the second one. So 1, 2. So it's right next to it, actually. Let's get this out of the way if we can. On the last wire, we have to ground 2 pins together. Alright guys, so the board part looks to be done. It is ugly, but it will work. And it's not cold either. This, you know, cold joints. They look pretty good actually. I just made a big old mess on the on the ground trying to put those two together with a clob. I probably should have just found another way, but I figured it out. Alright. So that was pretty difficult. I'm not good at soldering, but that was pretty darn difficult. But we got it. We did get it. So that's the good news, right? All right. So don't forget, we got to put this guy. Let's see if we can get it on the camera here. Put this little guy on there. Don't forget to put that on for protection. Because when we put that top back on, it's probably going to pinch this, so this will stop it from being a big problem. Yeah, that's a lot of access cable. But something like that. And we'll put it to where it's just barely sticking out. You don't want it popping past the case, so that's about right, just like that. The heat shrink looks to be too big, but I'm going to go ahead and shrink it anyway. And that's what you get. So let's see if we can get our top back on. And as you can see, it's gonna get pinched. Look at that. Don't like that at all. I could probably snip this little corner off right here. This section right here. Alright, I snipped the piece off. It's actually kind of hard. There it is. Wasn't too bad. And now, the ROM should fit just fine. I'm gonna bring them over like this. Hopefully that's not putting too much pressure on the solder joints, but that looks pretty good. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, it's got so much room, it's insane. So I'm just gonna go ahead and push that down. All right. And it has a lot of room. Really nice. That's nice. Now let's move on to soldering these wires to the Pico board. So let's pull out our Pico board. This thing is itty bitty. Look at that. I knew it was small, but you just don't realize how small. I mean, look, that's my thumb. Holy moly, this thing is tiny. Okay. So what we're gonna do with this, I think we're gonna use the helping hands. So our next one is P6 and P7 with the yellow wire. So right here is P6 and right here is P7. So I guess I could strip a little more wire off and run it through both, because that's what makes sense. Let's see. So it looks like we should be able to make 6 and 7 join together here. So there we go. If we can get that to solder up nice, we're in business. So I'm going to hit this with a little flux. Nice. And the green wire is next. It should be pink, but I have green, so we're gonna have to make it work. So it's GP5, which is, here's a ground and here's GP5. So let's stick it through. Looks good. Our next wire is right next to it, and that would be blue. So come up like this. Give it a little flux. Doesn't need much for this. This is actually not too bad. I'm not minding the board. The motherboard was yeah, it wasn't fun. Let's keep on going. I only got 2 more, so red is gonna go in 3v3. Let's see, so it's on the other side right there. 3v3. Doesn't want to stay in place. Oh. Alright. Beautiful. One more. And the ground. I don't know why they want it all the way there at the bottom, but it's on this side. Let's see. Which one? Third up? Let's see. What's this thing grabbing here? So we got 1, 2, 3 is the ground right there. 1, 2, and 3. So that's where our black's gonna go. It's a beautiful thing. So guys, that's all the wires. I'm going to shut down the soldering iron and bring you back overhead. Now we need to pull the top back off because we got to do some things. Let's see. So we have to put our heatsink back on. I have thermal pads, but I didn't hurt this, so I would rather just use this paste, the stock paste. I would rather just use that than the thermal pad. So I'm going to Alright, let's get this puppy back on here. Something like that. Alright, let's put our CD-ROM back on. Nice. Alright, more screws. Now, let's see if we can slide this puppy in. Yeah, we got a mess on the wires here. So I'm just gonna fold them down. And we have a lot of access. So we need to tie that up and make it look some kind of decent, right guys? And with the big gaping hole, I might actually be able to tuck these back in through there. So let's see. It is a pretty big gaping hole. Not too shabby. Alright. And see if we can we need to bend the wires the other direction, don't we? So here we go. Don't know if I like it. So it did come, the kit came with double-sided tape here. And I've seen a lot of people put them on the front here. Super didn't want to do that, but it's looking like the way to go. Alright. Let's hope that does it. Oh, now I have to deal with these. Oh, these silly things. Such a pain in the butt. Alright, we're getting to the fun stuff here. Let's see. I don't really want to put the top on because I'll just be taking it right back off. So here is our SD to PS2 Pro. This says poor instead of Pro. Oh boy. AliExpress. But if I hope I'm right, it should stick out. And I hope this port works too, please. It's like one of the main reasons I wanted this unit, the 001 version. So let's see. Put that off there. And this side face inside. This side face outside. It actually says that right there. So just like that. We're just going to plug it in. It's that easy. So we'll go ahead and put our covers back on. Can't put this one back on because the port. But our Game Boy is going to be covering that up. Oh, let's see. Ooh, it's a tight fit, but it fits. Real tight. Alright, so no use for that anymore. Let's go ahead and pop our Game Boy back on. Nice. Get a flat head. Pretty excited. I would like to play my Game Boy player. Alright. There it is. She's back together except for the top. And like I said, I didn't want to put the top on because we have to program this. So our next step is programming the Pico board. You have to hold down this little button right here, next to my fingernail there. You have to hold that down for while you're plugging in the USB port right here to your PC. So you have to hold it down, plug it into your PC, and it'll pop up like a hard drive, like a flash drive. And you just transfer the file, the software file, over to the Pico board. So it's not real difficult. Let's jump over to the PC and get it done. Alright, now we're back at the PC. You're going to want to go to this page, which is the PicoBoot installation guide page. So this right here actually tells you everything you need to do. I'll leave the link in the description below. So first off, we want to flash our board. And you have to download the PicoBoot UF2 file. So here's the PicoBoot version 2, well, 0.2. And you're going to want to download this one right here. And I already have that downloaded right here. So what we need to do is hold down the button on the Pico board while plugging in a USB cord to your PC. So I'm holding down the button on the Pico board right now and I'm plugging it in. Alright, so all you have to do is drop this PicoBoot UF2 file, drop it in there, and when it's done, it should like eject itself, I think. Yep. And the board is glowing green, so that means it's done and it completed its command. So I'm going to unplug now. Alright, now we have to format our SD card correctly and install Swiss. So let's put our SD card into the PC. have a little bit of stuff on here, but no big deal. When you format it, it'll go away. So, oh, I don't know if you guys got Norton, but holy moly, it's a pain in the butt. Works good, it's just always nagging you. Alright, so just PC, and here's our drive, D. So the easiest way to format this, because it's, you know, a big drive, you can't just right click and format. You know, you have to actually use a command prompt, or you can use GUI Format. So I'll leave a link for this program in the description below. So double click GUI Format and get the right drive, guys, because it will wipe your drive. So D, quick format. Yep, everything looks right, and hit start. Give it permission. Oh yeah, you know, this needs to be talked about. This program, FAT32, or the Format 32 GUI Format, if any like windows or anything are open, it will not work correctly. So we're just going to close this, and you even have to close your web browser too to make it work. So once you do that, it's on D, hit start, give it permission. See how it worked that time? It took me a while to figure that one out, but we're all set. Done. So hit close, and let's check our drive. Here it is. And let's see, FAT32. Nice. It's exactly what we wanted. So that wasn't hard. But now we want to put some files on this card. So we need to open our page back up. So preparing the SD card. Format your SD card to FAT32, which we've already done. Download the latest Swiss release from here. So you would go here, and this is the latest Swiss release right here. Click that, download it. It says rename it to ipl.dol and copy to the root of your SD card. So let's look at it. Alright, and here is our Swiss folder that we downloaded. So let's open that up. And here is Swiss R1476. So we're just going to extract this to our drive that we just formatted. Here's our Evo drive. And there it is. But that's not all. You had to go in there, in the drive right here. And inside of here it says it wants the Swiss DLL file to be renamed and put on the source of the SD. So, which one? Where is it at? So here's DOL. It's not Action Replay, GCI, or Loader. Not that. Nope. 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 So it has to be the DOL file. Okay, so this is it right here. And it wants me to cut and paste into the root. Alright. And it said it wanted us to name it what? Let's see. Rename it to ipl.dol. IPL. So let's do that. IPL. So now that we got that all set up, and the GameCube is ready to work. you know, the hack's ready to work. But I have the Game Boy and I want to use it. And here is the Game Boy interface page. You're going to want to download both of these. Download main package and download extra package, which I've already done. Alright, now we have to extract these files, the GBI extra and the GBI Game Boy interface, and put it on our SD card. So let's just new folder. Game Boy interface. And make another folder. Extra. Alright, so we got our two folders. This is the regular. Let's extract it. Extract files to our Evo and our Game Boy interface. So I hit OK. Let's make sure they're in there. There they are. Alright, so go to extra, do the same thing, extract files, go to our drive, and extra, hit OK. Alright, now that we got our files on here, you got to go into Game Boy interface. And here's our GBI doll right here. So we're supposed to not copy it, but take it over to the root. So I'm going to cut it out. And paste it. And I think you have, according to the directions, you have to name it like B, X, or Y or something like that. So I'm just going to go with B. That way when you, I think you have to hold the B button when you start up the GameCube, and then that will send the command to boot up the Game Boy interface. So just like that. So now we have our Swiss on there, so it can boot into an operating system basically. And we have the Game Boy interface, which is pretty sweet. So we're almost set. All we have to do now is add some games. So let's make a new folder. Let's name it Games. Alright, now I don't know how you rip your games, or how you got them, or whatever. But the games that I own, I go to Internet Archives, and you should be able to find your games that you own there. I did mine a while back, so I already have them. Let me find them real quick. All right, I found my games. So I'm just gonna just copy and paste them in there. Let's see, how big is this? About 10 gigs. It's gonna take a couple minutes. Alright, and I believe that is it. So we're just gonna eject our drive. Alright, so let's step back over to the workbench and finish putting this thing back together. Alright, and we're back. Let's put this SD card in. As you can see, pretty neat. You know, right there on the side. Most of them you have to take the Game Boy player off to change the card. And I think this is pretty cool. So, I don't... Nice. I like that. Alright, now we're going to put our top on. But before we put the top on, we got to put the back on. It wasn't too difficult. Alright, so that actually went fairly well. Oh, that wasn't bad. Usually I have a... Oh, there it is. Alright, it's together. Let's put our 4 screws in. Get the game bit. Glad everything's working out. This is awesome. All right. I'm digging it, guys. Pretty happy. And here it is. The finished product. Still has the CD-ROM. So I can still play my games via CD if I would like. Or disc. So, nice. It's finally completed, guys. So, let's go see if it works. Alright, back at the TV. I did find a 128 megabyte memory card, but it was for a Wii. But I think it will work. It is a bootleg, of course. It's a little cheapy. So I hope that will work. I'm actually going to go ahead and plug that in. And for one of my earlier videos, here is the Game Boy Advanced Super Card. So, might as well try that, right? Oh my gosh, if this all works, this will be like, you know, best GameCube ever. Like, literally, it's got all the games on the Super Card for the Game Boy interface. Yeah, the ability for all the games on an SD card. So let's hope everything works out. I have put a lot of time and loot into this thing. I hope it should work, though. I did everything correctly. Oh boy. Oh my god. Oh, yes. So, yes, it works. I think. Well, at least we got the menu up, the Swiss menu. All right, let's try out. Which one, guys? Something quick. Okay, so I guess Crazy Taxi. Oh, that was pretty quick.
Hey, come on over. It's party time. Let's have some fun. All right, let's go make some crazy. Go ahead and take the car and driver. All right, let's get it on. Hey, it's time to make some crazy money. I got ready.
Pretty cool. So that does work pretty well. Let's see, if I hit the reset button, it just resets that game. Okay, so power off. Alright, so if I hold down the B button and press the power while holding down the B button, the Game Boy interface should start. So I'm hitting power now. I'm holding down B. I hope it works. Oh, that's so sweet. So, oh, the super card works also. So, well, I think it does. It looks like it's working. Oh, this is crazy. All right. Oh, this is nuts. How cool. Let's see. Ooh, it's kind of slow, actually, that is. Oh my goodness, you're kidding me. Is this really gonna work? This is so cool. So now I can play Game Boy Advance games. Pretty sweet. So what happens on a restart? Hit restart. Okay, it's just like booting it up. Alright, takes you back to the menu. That's actually pretty cool. You don't have to power off. So, bottom line, this is the coolest GameCube I've ever seen. So first off, it boots into Swiss, which gives you the ability to play all games on an SD card, basically. That's amazing. And also, it has a Game Boy player with the Super Card, which can play every Game Boy Advance ROM. So it's basically, yeah, it's the best GameCube I've ever seen. So pretty stoked about that. I mean, I actually got some money in this thing. As far as recommending this, totally. If you got the soldering skills, just do it. It's 14 bucks and it turns your GameCube into a monster. I really recommend it. There's really no cons. The only con I can really think of is the installation. It's pretty difficult. If you don't have soldering skills, yeah, you might want to practice for a while before you try to do this. I appreciate you guys coming along on this long journey. I hope you guys started from the beginning. If you didn't, give it a shot. Check out the earlier videos. You'll be so surprised. This is a true Cinderella story here. This GameCube was in the grave. And now it's amazing. So Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys come back. And as always, have a tech day.